Hi friends, my name is Zeenath K J and I welcome you all to Common Errors in English series of videos. In this video, once again as usual, we are going to take up 5 sentences which we use in our day-to-day conversation but which certainly have one or the other kind of grammatical errors. So let's get started. The first sentence what I have for all of you in this video is, my son-in-laws have come home. This sentence should be looking absolutely fine to many of you because this is what most of us tend to use in our daily conversation. Unfortunately, it has a huge blunder. Do you know what is that? It is with the word laws. Remember, my dear friends, whenever you talk about compound nouns such as son-in-law, daughter-in-law or sister-in-law, brother-in-law, there is a rule. Whenever you have to convert these compound nouns into the plural form, you never add yes to the last word laws. You rather add yes to daughter, sister, brother, son. So it will not be son-in-laws have come home. It will be my sons-in-law have come home. My daughters-in-law have a great rapport with one another. I have 3 sisters-in-law. You never add the letter yes at the end of law. Rather, you add the letter yes to the beginning word, that is son, daughter, sister and brother. Look at the second sentence. I prefer coffee than tea. This again looks absolutely fine, but unfortunately there is a mistake. Do you know what is the mistake? Before you could know that, we need to understand something very important over here. Remember, my dear friends, whenever you talk about senior, junior, elder, younger, superior, inferior, prior and prefer, whenever you come across any of these 6 words, you never use the word than. Rather, you always should go with the word to. You might ask me a question, ma'am, I'm actually comparing myself with you, so obviously you are senior than me, I'm junior than you, right? No, please understand. With the help of these words, we are not comparing anything. Rather, we are actually talking about relationship. When I say I'm senior to you, I'm actually talking about the relationship what we both have. When I say you are superior to me, once again it is talking about relationship. When I say you are elder to me, again I'm talking about relationship. So, as these are all relationship words, we never use the word than. We always go with the word to. Same thing is applicable even to prior and prefer. Now come back, let's apply the same thing to the sentence. It says, I prefer coffee than tea. Now just try recollecting. The word prefer, was it there in the list which we discussed few seconds ago? Definitely yes. So what did we discuss? Whenever we have this word, we should always go with to, not with than, right? Same thing is even applicable in the sentence over here. I prefer coffee to tea, not than tea. So this is like your prioritization, what you're talking about. So you never use than with prefer and prior is one thing what you have to lock it in your brains. Look at this third sentence. I cannot cope up with this pressure. I also had this tendency of using cope up with. I can't cope up with the problems. I'm not able to cope up with the troubles. We are not able to cope up with the issues. It had become habit for us to use this over and over again. After I became a trainer and I literally got deeper into English grammar, I understood, friends, cope with is a phrase which means can't handle anymore. Okay, so that's exactly is the meaning. So cope with never has up in between these. You never say I can't cope up with problems. You say I can't cope with the problems. You never say I cannot cope up with the pressure. You should say I cannot cope with the pressure. So if you apply the same over here, look at the sentence. It says cope up with. Up is an unnecessary word which has been added over here, which is actually not adding any value to the entire sentence. Cope with is already conveying the message. This is an unnecessary addition in the sentence. So the sentence has to be I cannot cope with the pressure, not I cannot cope up with this pressure. Look at the fourth sentence. It says I'm good in math. So I'm definitely talking about something what I am good at. I think some people must have already understood. If you have already understood, a big bravo to you. If you have not, don't worry, let's simplify this. Remember, whenever you talk about anything, what you are good at, you could be good at anything. You can be good at mathematics, you can be good at cooking, you can be good at dancing, you can be good at singing, you can be good at playing football. So whenever you are talking about you being good at something, the right preposition what we use is not in, it is at. I'm not good in math. The sentence has to be I'm good at math. She's extremely good at speaking in English. We're extremely good at convincing people. So whatever you're good at doesn't matter. It should only go with one preposition, that is at. Second, you can even talk about one more thing over here. What if you're talking about something which you're not good at? In other words, what if you're talking about your weakness? Because when you say good at, you're talking about strengths. When you say you're not good at, definitely talking about weakness. So remember, whenever you talk about something what you're not good at, you should always use the preposition in. I'm very weak in English. I'm very weak in mathematics. She's very weak in science. We are very weak in reasoning ability. So whenever you talk about these kind of sentences, you should always use in. And whenever you talk about something what you're good at, you should always use at. So the last one in the video, last year before she got very good marks. Last year and before that. So last year before, not a big deal at all. But I want you to understand, this is not the way you talk about a year which was before last. So the answer has to be not last year before, it should be year before last. So you are not talking about 2017, you are talking about 2016. Ditto, you can apply it to month before last. You can apply the same to week before last. You can apply the same to day before last. In fact, day before last can even be said and conveyed by saying day before yesterday. This is also correct. This is the correct way of actually talking about a year or a month or a week or a day before last. Okay, so this is how it works out. Anyhow, my dear friends, this is all I've got for all of you in this video. I'll be back very soon with one more video with some more interesting sentences. So until then, please take a great care of yourself and have a fantastic time ahead. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do like, share and subscribe.